Good morning from Phuket, Hawaii, home. I'm sitting in front of my home here, and the last video, or the last three, were last Saturday on Patong Beach, where I spent like 5 days. Extended it one day to Monday night, got home yesterday, and so the idea was, which I put out, is that I'm going to start doing a lot more traveling, documenting it, so partially about travel, but partially about everything else, kind of in the context of travel. And I had the idea, well, see if it will work with Yui. You know, a lot of history, almost 3 years with her. Haven't seen each other in months, but so she flew out on Sunday and just left early this morning. This is 2.5 days, almost 3 days. And so the idea was, okay, we do this travel thing together, have a car to do that, and see how it goes. What was I thinking? It was, the initial kind of, get together, meet up is, unless you're in a totally dysfunctional thing, typically okay, but then that luster wears off. And so it wasn't till the next day that I really thought, nah, this isn't going to work. It isn't going to work in any respect, because there's just too much of a gulf in values. There's too little that I do and want, from food to everything else, and activities, and, taking a walk, and I'd go see some stuff, to whatever, that she's not much interested in. And conversely, I'm just not interested in watching a lot of Netflix and eating every 2 fucking hours. And she's put on weight, which annoys the shit out of me. 29 years old, and I see the writing on that wall, believe me. She was a big girl to begin with. One of those, like, those kind of, starlets from the 50s and 60s in the one-piece bathing suits. You can picture that. Full-bodied. That's how she is, which is very unusual for a Thai. But it was good, sexy, actually. And so I finally understood what men find attractive about that. It's got to be something in the genetic code. I don't know, but the problem is you go much far beyond it, and then it's not sexy anymore so much. So she's only 29, so I don't want to get wrapped up in that sort of thing. And the entanglements are more or less untangled, so why entangle once again? Plus, just the idea of, if I'm traveling around Southeast Asia, that's the plan. Hit Cambodia, hit Laos, hit Vietnam, probably Philippines as well. All my old stuff. Well, I never did Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam, so that's part of that. But I've heard tons about it, because there's a lot of guys who've lived there for years now, because it's been open and able to live there for a long time. So, back in my day, in the 80s, stomping around here, those were no-go zones completely. For the most part. I think Laos was okay, but certainly Cambodia and Vietnam, no way. And plus I have a buddy from the old, long time buddy I used to stomp around with here in Thailand in the 80s, who's now permanent in the Philippines, retired from England, and now he's there, so I want to go and see him, a couple other things. But I'm going to start a new series about the whole dealing with Thai, not just Thai, but Asian chicks. Go back in the history, delve back in the history, stuff like that. I'm trying to have enough series to work on that I always have something to be writing for them. So anyway, I guess short one, not much more to say. It's just that deal is off, but my plan continues. And now I have the confidence that of what not to do, what not to get involved in, and take it from there. Okay.